hard from campus. Come on, tell me walk one. Campus connection, yeah, that's a one. Yeah. Walk one from campus. How we are carry hard from campus. Come on, tell me walk one. Campus connection, yeah, that's a one. Hey, some make us again listen, let me tell you this. Students, I will make we do this. Oh yes, we create this space just for you. Make we talk about you, make we talk about school, government and politics, sports, academics, anything that concern you. And you know when love pass through, it's all about the gospel. So tell me what one from campus. Youths are going on from campus. Come on, tell me what one. Campus connection, yeah, that's a one. Hey, I walk one from campus. And we are carry lot from campus. Come on, tell me what one. I walk one. Hey, walk one, walk one.
All right.
Wow.
Greetings, everybody, and welcome to another episode. Fresh episode of Campus Connection. Boy, it's a new
New Year
season.
special.
I'm Jonathan Fletcher, by the way.
And I'm Anesta Samuels. Welcome to the show. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, good evening to Danette Gale and all of those on Facebook. Good evening to our YouTube peeps. And of course, those who are listening on the radio at Love 101 FM. Big up
Absolutely.
yourselves.
Yeah. And if you want to join the Facebook or YouTube viewers, you can jump onto at Love 101 FM Jamaica. That's on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. We are excited and eagerly waiting on you to join us. Nesta,
Hi.
Christmas.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was really good. I must say I had the time of my life. Roaming from house to house, eating various Christmas dinners
Oh, you're one of those.
from
You're one of those.
several Christmas. I think I had about 4 Christmases.
Wow.
God is good. What
God
can
is
I
indeed
say?
good. And clearly, I need to know your people. So
Ah,
if you could just make that connection, that would be great. We'll talk off the air.
yeah. How
But
was yours though?
it was vibes. It was vibes. I really took this time out to spend with my family.
That's good.
On a more deeper level and stuff because I work very hard throughout the year. So I say, you know
Right.
what? It's Christmas time. Let me
Mhm,
try as much as possible to just zone in
mhm.
on my family. So we had a very good time. I enjoyed being around my family for the time that we're amongst each other,
Right.
cooking and playing games. And the Christmas
Mhm.
games, they got a little intense.
Yeah, as they
Yeah,
always do.
I'm not gonna lie, they got a little
Ah,
intense, but we had fun, and that's the
mhm.
most important thing. And, listeners, viewers, we want to hear from you. How was your Christmas holiday? You
Yes,
know,
and how was the
what was that
what did
like?
you do to
You
ring
know,
in the new year?
yeah. How was the New Year celebrations for you?
I mean, it was good. It's one thing church people do on the night before the night before a new year, and it's going to church. So we
Definitely.
have watch night service. That was pretty good. Had a little spin on it. It was actually like a production.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was fun. I was glad to be able to write my first play and
Oh, hello,
somewhat
please. Playwright. Big
got
playwright upon them.
How was yours though? What did you do to ring in the new
Listen, I'm still recovering. Let's just start there.
year?
Because you go to watch night at about 9, 10 o'clock there about. Don't
Mm-hmm.
leave church till about 1 o'clock.
Right.
And then
Church the next
Sunday
morning. Yeah.
morning. I don't know how I did it because I got like 3 hours of sleep and then I had to get up to go to church. And then after church to go to Genesis.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Nice.
that's a
How
little
was Genesis?
Genesis was vibes. I'm not going to lie, it was a wonderful way to ring in the new year. I'm not going to lie. Um, so that I'm still recovering because from watch night to church to Genesis,
Right.
um, got the Monday to decompress a little, and then now
Right.
we're back. It's campus
We're
connection
back.
time.
Yep.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Yeah, but we have a very exciting show ready for our viewers and our listeners. We want to really be intentional
Mhm.
as relates to 2023. We've heard about vision boards, or we've been hearing about vision boards for probably 5 years now or so. Persons, making the vision boards. Um, and we thought that, let's have a vision board party.
Yeah.
Let's put some stuff together and be intentional. And of course, we understand that the will of God is sovereign.
Right.
But at the same time, somebody put it this way, and I found it very interesting. You plan because you have faith. And I was like, didn't think about it like that.
Hmm.
Because we have to put plans in place, of course, committing our plans to the Lord, which is
Right.
absolutely
Right.
important. And so we're going to be doing that. We also have education news and bulletin. And we have, which I believe is one of my most favorite features on Campus Connection, and that's I Chose Christ, You Should Too. So
So
we have a
glad
very
that
interesting
there's
show
that.
lined up.
Yeah, and to say this about vision boards too, Jonathan,
Mm-hmm.
because typically when some people do vision boards, they're just writing down and putting together clips and images of things that they want to do and what
Yeah,
they want to achieve. But the purpose here for us even having a vision board party is to help our listeners and our viewers to know, seek the Lord, ask him what is it that you want me to accomplish this year.
yeah.
Then you work towards that, you plan and you strategize towards what he wants to accomplish in your life.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you're just gonna take your own matters into your own hands and say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But no, you allow the Lord to lead and guide you inside of it.
Absolutely, that is so important. And even for our high school students or university students, many of you are wondering, okay, what's the next step? Where should I go? What should I do? And all of that. It's so important for you to take some time out to seek God,
Yes.
because He is a manufacturer, and we are just the products. So we should really seek the manufacturer for Him to let us know that, okay, this is what you should be doing with your life. Because
Yes.
let me ask you something. When you
Yes.
were growing up, what did you want to be?
I started out wanting to be a lawyer. I
I
changed
can see that. I can see
whatever.
that.
Why can you see that,
Don't
John?
worry about it. I can see it.
Wanted to be a lawyer, then changed, wanted to be a marine biologist.
I can't
Then
see that.
I don't know why I chose that. After a few months, I changed again and
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be a television broadcaster.
Mm.
By the time I got to college, I was so in love with being behind the scenes that I no longer wanted to be on camera. So yeah, I changed about 4 times. How about you?
So I wanted to be a lawyer. I'm sure you can probably see
It
why.
was only two professions back then, doctor or
Yeah.
lawyer.
Is it
Okay,
gonna be a doctor or a
simple.
lawyer? One of them. Then I was more specific where I wanted to be a real estate lawyer.
Mm.
Um, because I was really, HGTV was,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh
Somebody said,
yeah.
wow, I want to get into real estate, but I don't want to give up the law thing. So let
Mhm.
me see how best I can merge both of them.
Right.
And clearly that did not work out.
I
I'm
see.
glad it didn't work out, as a matter of fact, because I don't know how I
You
would
would be so
really.
bored.
I'd be bored as a creative. I'd be so bored. I mean, big up to all the lawyers. We love you, we respect
We
you.
respect you. Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do
Yeah.
it.
It wasn't for
So I'm grateful that I or the Lord
you.
diverted.
Veered off into your
Yeah.
purpose.
So I asked that question though, because I want our young people to understand that it's okay
Right.
to change. It's
Yeah.
okay to go on a different path. You don't have to stick with one thing and say, "Oh, this is it. Nothing else. If anything else happens, no." It's
I'm
important
a
for you to be
failure.
open to different changes,
Yes.
because that's just how life is. It's dynamic. you know?
It's it is important, and it's also important to hone in on the gifts and the talents that God has already given to you. A
Absolutely.
lot of times those gifts and talents, they serve as a somewhat of a compass to kind of
Mm-hmm.
lead you into the purpose that God has for you. You know,
Absolutely.
so you might be
Absolutely.
able to write or sing or dance or whatever it is, but allow yourself to just flow naturally into where God is leading you in that.
Yeah. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what we're about to do with this show. So let's get straight into it. Let's start off with education news and bulletin for Tuesday, January 3, here inside Campus Connection. The Japan Exchange and Teaching Program Alumni Association, JETAA, is inviting students of the secondary level to participate in Jamaica's annual essay competition. Participating students should submit a 400 to 550 word essay on the topic Omitenshi, which symbolizes the spirit of service and hospitality for which Japan has become renowned, and to discuss three ways in which service and hospitality are key indicators of a country's development. Tariq Brown, Public Relations Officer at the JETAA, explained that for many years, Jamaicans who have had the opportunity to live and teach in Japan have committed to volunteering their time and effort in giving back to Jamaica through various community and school outreach activities. Adding that the organization is very proud to be a part of nation building and encouraging young people to expand their worldview towards becoming global citizens. This annual essay competition is in keeping with the association's mandate to foster awareness and cultural exchange between the countries. Essays should be submitted via email to jamjeta at gmail.com by Friday, January 27, 2023.
And the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF Jamaica, is urging parents and guardians who have children with disabilities, CWD, to register their children with the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities, that's the JCPD. Vincent Terran, acting country representative of UNICEF Jamaica, explained that registration is a very important issue. And for several years, his organization has been supporting the JCPD in trying to identify and register CWDs, children with disabilities. However, recent studies show that many CWDs, especially those living in rural Jamaica, were not captured in the JCPD's database. Mr. Taran noted that there are incentives to being registered and different types of social services available. In addition, Tehran explained that one of the recommendations from the study is the implementation of a referral system that is automatically activated upon a child being diagnosed with a disability, whether the diagnosis was made at a public or private medical facility. This information should be sent with the consent of parent or guardian to the JCPD for the child to be registered. Since the registration process can be costly, Mr. Turan noted that part of the advocacy of UNICEF Jamaica is to push for registration to be free of costs and that it is done in a way that is easy for the families and not a complicated matter that takes a long time for the process to be completed.
And a tertiary scholarship has been established in honor of national hero, the Right Excellent Samuel Sharp. Honorable Homer Davis, Minister of State in the Office of the Prime Minister, West, made the announcement during the inaugural Sam Sharp lecture at the Montego Bay Cultural Center on December 22, 2022. Mr. Davis said the Sam Sharp Scholarship was the latest initiative in efforts by the Flames of Freedom organizing committee to heighten public awareness and appreciation for the national hero's work and worth. The scholarship's official launch is slated for December 2023 during the Sam Sharp Day celebrations. Mr. Davis also launched the Flames of Freedom essay and poster competitions as part of the slate of events for Sam Sharp Day. Entry forms are available at OPM West, the St. James Municipal Corporation, and the St. James Southern Constituency Office, and the deadline for submissions is February 28, 2023, and winners will be announced on Labor Day, May 23, 2023, during the annual tribute to Sam Sharp event in Sam Sharp Square, Montego Bay. That's all the news we have for you today in Education News and Bulletin. We'll be right back after these messages. Stick and stay with us inside Campus Connection.
Come on, tell me back one now. I want one now. Hey, walk one, everybody want more.
The management and the staff of the Jamaica Customs Agency extend a sincere thanks and appreciation to you, our valued stakeholders, for your support throughout 2022. We wish for you and your family a blessed, peaceful, and enjoyable Christmas and a prosperous new year. Driven by your mandates, guided by your core values, and girded by your motto, country above self, we look forward to serving you even better in the year ahead. Happy holidays from Jamaica Customs.
Protect yourself. Read your financial contracts before you sign. Remember, you are best suited to protect your interests. You must read the contract. And if you have any questions about any financial service, ask your financial institution's representative before you take on the service. Always ask about the fees and the interest payable on any financial product. Read everything before you sign. This financial literacy tip was brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, building an inclusive economy.
Yay! Get ready for a worship-filled time inside Love in the Morning with me, your host, Jakal Dyer, this Wednesday, January 4. At 6 a.m., we shed light on some new artists making waves in the gospel music industry. Grab your cup of coffee and start the day right with Morning Coffee Pick-Me-Up Devotional at 6 a.m. Then at 7 a.m., we bring you The Morning Watch with intriguing and thought-provoking discussions. 8:30 a.m., inside Healthy Way, we discuss glaucoma. 9:30 a.m. is Something More, brought to you by the Faith Cathedral Deliverance Center. Stick and stay with us. This is Inspiration Wednesday in Love in the Morning, 5 to 10 a.m. on the family station. Love 101.
So come get it. Jamaicans all, this one is for you. Heal the Family, Heal the Nation National Day of Prayer, January 4, 2023, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. National Arena, Kingston, Jamaica. Under the theme, Teach Us True Respect for All. A day of prayer, fasting, preaching, and praise and worship. It will be on radio, television, social media platforms. Be there and be blessed. January 4, National Arena. Heal the Family, Heal the Nation, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. See you there.
Precious moments we share with you, everything so right. Malta, you're full of life.
The time by Malta is
4:48.
All right. Welcome back. It is Campus Connection, and it's our first show of the year. You know, we're reminiscing on the Christmas holiday that was, the New Year's Eve that was, and we're looking forward to the year that is to be. So much happening inside of our schools and so much to happen this year. But we want all of our young people, all of those listening, we want to encourage you to really take some time. We're calling it a vision board party, but it's not the typical vision board party. It's not the typical vision board. We want you to make sure that you are seeking the Lord, asking Him for direction inside of what you need to accomplish this year. And that's what you put on your vision board. So you're not just, oh, my friend is doing this new thing, so I'm going to do it. You know, no, that's not what we're doing. Not this year.
yeah, probably next year or the year after, but not this year. And the reality also, and I must say this, your vision cannot only be tangible things that you want to achieve, you have
Okay.
to dig a little deeper to think about the intangible stuff, because we oftentimes neglect, the spirituality, the
Come on now.
emotional growth, and all of that. So I believe that is absolutely important. And there are some things that we can do every single day. I think it was John Maxwell who said that it's important for you to do a little of what you want to achieve every single day,
Okay.
right? If you really want to see change happen in your life, you have to do a little, a little, a little, a little. And I was watching this video recently, and they were saying that they if you want to become a master of something, you should do it for 18 minutes every day. And I was like,
18.
that
That's
is
very
quite interesting.
precise.
18, the 18, I thought it to be rather specific.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
18 minutes. So if you want to become a fantastic um athlete, you
Mm-hmm.
should make sure that at least for 18 minutes of the day you put some time into that. And I was like, very interesting, very, very interesting, you know. But please, as much as possible, even as you're thinking of your life, you're thinking of the different things that you want to accomplish and all of that, don't just think about the tangible stuff. You
Mm-hmm.
have to focus on the intangible stuff as well. I believe that is absolutely important at the end of the day.
Yes.
But next up,
Mm-hmm.
based on visioning and all of that, and what would have happened in your life, would you when you look back over your life,
And I
would you
think
say
things over.
that this is yeah would you say that this is what you envisioned?
Absolutely not. Listen.
Talk to the people. Talk to the people. Talk to us.
Listen. Okay, so remember I was telling you about this whole dream lawyer, then marine biologist, then news broadcaster, and then finally I decided I want to go into production.
Mm-hmm.
I was just there thinking, okay, I'm gonna do this producer thing, But the Lord had other plans.
Mm.
After my first year of college, I felt the call to go into full-time ministry.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know
Wait,
any
I think we should interview you one day on Campus Connections. I don't know. Yes, yes.
for real, it's intense because, and that's why I say to our young people, don't focus on what is your vision for your life. You need to make sure that you are seeking out the Lord's vision, because God completely changed that idea I had of being a producer and stuff like that. I still do it, but full-time ministry is where it's at for me. And through full-time ministry, I've had some of the best experiences of my life, traveled to some of the most amazing places. There's no telling where life will take you when you submit and yield
Oh,
to
trust
God.
me. Mm-hmm.
There is
Mm-hmm.
no telling. So it's better you just let him explain to you what is his vision, rather than you trying to come up with your own vision. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I share the same sentiments because I always envision myself as the corner office, tie, shirt and pants, go to work every day, type of guy. But God was just like, yeah, no, no, that's not
Can't even
what.
see you. I can't even
I
see you.
really, I don't even know what I was thinking. I don't know where my headspace was. I guess because growing up, you're watching shows and whatever, you always see men with the
Mhm.
briefcase and the tie
Right.
and the whatever. So I said, all right, cool. Clearly, that's going to be my life. But you know, and then I was even remembering recently where, because different teachers will write stuff on the report card.
Mm.
I would say stuff like, excellent student, however, talks a little too much. You know?
Oh, you got that?
And I'm like, wow, look at that. If only these teachers could see me now,
Right.
talking for a
Oh, that's
living.
why.
So, and I share that because, different students, different young people, they learn differently, they understand the world differently. Not everybody will be an academic. Not
Mm-hmm.
everybody will be the lawyer, the doctor, the teacher, the nurse.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many opportunities out there where persons can tap into. Even when you come onto the creative economy, like,
Right,
it's
right.
so vast,
Vast, yeah.
because I talk to young people now and they're telling me, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I get it.
I get it.
I get it.
Listen,
Like, if I did tell my mother I want to be a YouTuber,
it's a viable career. No,
without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. A lot of these YouTubers, they're doing very well.
Mhm.
Very, very well for themselves. So don't limit yourself. I
Yes.
guess that's the purpose of this talk right now. Do not limit yourself. Try as much as possible to keep your options open. And we're getting ready to speak with, some very important people who will help us with this vision boarding.
Right.
So right now, what I wanted to do, grab a paper, grab a cartridge paper, typing paper, cardboard, something. Grab something, your phone, something, and you go ahead and use your pen, your pencil, your marker, and all of that, and just try as much as possible to keep your mind open, and just let your creativity flow, right? Because one thing I'd really like is, as Anesta would have made mention earlier, it's not just about putting what you want
Right.
on it. The Lord really and truly should be guiding how you go about doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
So after these messages, we'll be coming back and we're going to get right into the fun and the excitement. Stay with us.
Jamaicans all, this one is for you. Heal the Family, Heal the Nation National Day of Prayer, January 4, 2023, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. National Arena, Kingston, Jamaica. Under the theme, Teach Us True Respect for All. A day of prayer, fasting, preaching, and praise and worship. It will be on radio, television, social media platforms. Be there and be blessed. January 4, National Arena. Heal the Family, Heal the Nation, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. See you there.
Sometimes all we need is a listening ear. The listening ear, the counseling, the logical reasoning, and spiritual guidance are what appeal to us. That's why I'm here. I'm Dr. Joan Pinkney, the counselor, your counselor on Love 101 FM, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10 to 11 p.m. You know you can call on me. I will listen and more. So let's talk about what's bothering you. Anything. Tune in, listen, call in, text or voice message. I'm Dr. Joan Pinkney, counseling psychologist, ready with a listening ear. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 10 to 11 p.m. Right here on the family station, Love 101 FM.
If you use music for any commercial purpose, you need a JCAP license.
Of course. And I benefit when my music is used commercially.
JCAP, the Jamaica Association of Composers, Authors and Publishers, protects the rights of its members and worldwide creators of musical works by issuing licenses for the use of these works.
If you use music for any commercial purpose,
you need a JCAP license.
Comply with the law.
Call JCAP at 948-5937 and 948-6439.
Get a JCAP license now.
Hey my peeps, get this on the regular. Your HIV status if you consider. The least you ever test once a year. Just 15 minutes and your status clear. Cause it might not show up on your timeline and you learn too late, so you're out of time. A progressive future, mandatory. Really long life, our story. You hear?
Remember, update your status in a real life. Go HIV test today.
Just 15 minutes and your status clear. Really long life, our story. Real long life was a youth coming from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Okay, where are the campus eyes?
Welcome back to Campus Connection. And if you're just joining us, thank you so much for choosing the family station. And thank you so much for joining the party. Yes, you heard that right. It's our vision board party. And we are excited. We are waiting. We're ready. If you are unable to join us via radio or you want to see us, you don't see us from last year, you
Right.
can jump on. And to drop in that corny joke, you can jump on Facebook or YouTube at Love 101 FM Jamaica and watch whilst we are inspired, whilst we, put thoughts and plans and all of that in action. So, with us this evening, we have a very important person. She is Angel Brian Edwards. She
Good job.
She is a John Maxwell certified speaker, coach, and trainer. She is also very experienced in customer centric activities using available resources to create value for stakeholders. She specializes in optimizing processes, designing business growth opportunities, and creating initiatives for staff engagement. She's experienced in the financial services industry, particularly life and health insurance. She is very big on organizational transformation, human resource management, employee benefits administration, client relationship management, etc., etc., etc. And we,
Okay,
we love to bring out the big guns. We love to bring out the big guns here on Campus Connection. We also are being joined by two lovely students, amazing students. Rondale Johnson from Manchester High School, who is a fifth form student from Manchester High School, a prefect, choir member, and also an athlete. And we also have Janelle Stevens from the University of Technology, Jamaica. She is currently studying dietetics and nutrition in the College of Health Sciences, rather. And she's also the Director of Spiritual Development in that same faculty. Student leader, UCCFR, UTANS. She's also an entrepreneur and owns her small business called Jan's Juices, which I hope she brings some for us this evening, actually, which provides natural juices and peanut-based beverages that are rich in nutrients and taste. Students, who is on? Greetings.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Welcome to the show. Who do we have on?
So I'm Angel. I'm on, ready and excited to go. Jonathan, who was I introduced? That wrong. But I'm here to and I'm excited to get into the vision board party.
Yes. What do you mean by who I just introduced? The superstar.
Such an extensive resume.
It's a humility for me.
You guys just come on here to intimidate us.
All the time, every single show, I question my life and what I'm doing. And it's nothing different this evening. Angel, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. Today's actually my birthday. So
yes.
Fellow Januarian.
Drop some happy birthdays in the comment section right now, please.
And I spent the day, as I do every year, kind of working on my vision for the new year because my birthday is at the start of the year. So it was really timely that we're able to have this conversation today.
Awesome. So can you, for the people and for us, explain to us what is a vision board?
Okay. I am going to take it back all the way to the New Testament. So in Habakkuk 2, verse, the Bible says, write down the revelation and make it plain on tablets so that a herald, somebody who sees it, sees the message, can run with it. And that is us. That's who we are. We're the people who should be inspired when we see this image that reminds us of our goals and what God wants us to do. We should be so inspired that we should run with it. And that is where writing down this revelation of what God wants for your life, what God wants you to do, and how it may play out, it really isn't a fad that started. No, it has its foundation in the Word of God. And that's really what it is. You spend quiet time reflecting on your life, reflecting on who you are, and pressing into God and saying, what do you want for me to do this year? How is my life supposed to play out? What is that big vision? Sometimes He gives you a piece of it. Sometimes you get a bigger chunk of it. But it is so important for us to, when we get that, we document it, because y'all know, no matter how young you are, it's easy to forget, right?
Talk about it.
To forget the word. It's easy to forget the message. And so this is really just a tangible way of documenting and sometimes pictorial, sometimes it's just words, but documenting what God says so that when you see it, you're inspired and you can run after that goal. That's it in simple terms, I'd say.
Awesome. So what would you say to those who are not necessarily familiar with just writing down or even seeking the Lord as to what's His purpose for their life? Like, how should they go about doing this?
That's a beautiful question. You know why? I love to find out the how. When people tell me stuff, I'm just like, all right, that sounds good, but how? So
yeah.
I start with very simple prayer. Lord, thank you for blessing me with this life. What would you want me to do with it? And I also want to say everything that you should be and everything that you should do, God has already planted in you. So I'll use Jonathan's example when he said the teacher used to say, such a great student, loves to talk. Because that gift has been in you since you were a child, and it would have been useful later in life, but sometimes we don't recognize it, right? So everything for life and godliness is already inside of you. So simple prayer, God, what you want me to do? I generally have persons put them in categories and just write down whatever comes to your mind, whatever you feel passionate about. If when you think about it, it makes you smile and happy and excited, write that down. And so if you have your book and your pencil and your tablet and your phone, whatever way you want to document it, I'll share with you just this morning some of the things that I use to kind of break out what I want my year to look like. And I'm going to start with spiritual, right? Because without that, everything else is going to be lacking. And I'm going to tell you literally what I wrote down for myself as goals for this year. 1, to fast on the first day of every month, committing the first fruit. So that's it. You can do anything that comes to your heart. Daily prayer and devotion. Be enrolled in every Bible study that my church has. Because I want to go deeper in the word and to be faithful and consistent in the ministry that I'm involved in. Those are the things for my spiritual goals for this year. And so it can be different for you, but under that category, that's what it is. Now I'm going to go to financial. My first financial goal is tithe 10%. It's like, why not a spiritual goal? Because the Lord promised me that if I'm faithful in tithing, my store basket won't go empty. So that's my first financial goal. I also have to eliminate debt. Some of us don't have debt, some way, based on where we are in life. But for us to be better stewards of our money, so it could be eliminating unnecessary spending. Listen to me, gummy bears is a thing. Some of us have things that we spend our money on. KFC is a thing. But I also believe that, especially as students, I tithe as a student, right? A little bit of money, like $200 a week. But for me, it was developing a discipline, being faithful over the small things, so that when
Right.
I get to this point in life where I have more things, I can maintain that kind of discipline and faithfulness. So we did spiritual and financial. I also
Mhm.
want to move to the other categories, emotional, because man, there's so many things happening that we need to think about our emotional or mental wellness.
Mm.
And so for me, that included journaling. And the other thing is expressing my feelings when I feel them, because we know ourselves. I'm the kind of person who will hold on to it. I'll bottle it up for a little while until I feel like I can talk about it. And that is something I also need to work on. So
Mm.
I want us to know that the vision board exercise is really not just arts and crafts. It's about looking into yourself and praying and committing yourself to God and writing down tangible things that will make you a better person and push you towards your goals.
Absolutely.
You have social, so I want to invest in my friendship. Jonathan, I saw Jonathan. Jonathan, when did I see you?
When did we see each other? I
That
think it was the last Sunday of the year.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So I want to invest in my friendships. And one of the things I wrote was be more consistent in my communication, because that will help my friendships go along.
When you do that, just tell me how you do
Yes,
it.
I need the formula, please. Please.
I'm working on it.
Oh God.
Spend time together with your friends, because you realize that the older you get, the busier you get, the more you have school, you have co-curricular, you have church, you have prayer practice.
Talk
you have
about
all
it,
these things
Angel. Talk about it.
that even though they are good things, they can take away from the time you want to really chill and hang with people.
Mhm.
So at least one Saturday out of the month, I'm gonna find some time to just chill with somebody that is special to me. So, and which is I was thinking, it can be just small things, your vision also be buy a new car, buy new house,
Right.
get the range, get a CPA of 4.0. It doesn't have
Right.
to be like huge things,
Mhm.
because life is a journey and we take things in steps. So I really want to hang out with my friends a little bit more. I'm a creative too, and so I have a category about how will I express my creativity more this year. And one of those things is to collaborate with more creatives. Because I may not have the time to do a project on my own, but there are so many people who are doing great things that I could contribute to making those things better.
Right.
And then I have occupational, so I'm a 9 to 5er, and so there are certain things that I want to do to be better in the role that I play at my job. And so I wrote those things down. And one of those things is to develop other leaders in my department. So there are ways that if we spend some time, so I have occupational, it could be academic for some of the listeners.
Yes, so specific to your life.
Specific to what you do in your life.
Yeah.
And I want to say that, especially for students, whichever grade or level you are in school, sometimes we, how do you say this? We bandwagon or vision to what we see other people doing, right? So there's a free elective that we don't like, but because the people that we like doing it, we're going to do it too.
Right.
Do what you're passionate about. Do what you love. Do what you enjoy.
Mhm.
There may be, for example, clubs and societies that you're just going to because your friends going to. No, friend, if your thing is the photography club and everybody doing marketing, go do photography, because God put that desire in you for some reason that is bigger than you may understand right now. So let's not, bandwagon to other people's vision. It's so personal. So even though we may have similar words and similar pictures and similar aspirations, when you look at it, it should mean something totally unique and specific to you. So I think we went over quite a bit of them. One other category for me is intellectual, because I need to read more. No matter all the great things that Jonathan said, I really do need to read more. I want to read at least one book per month. And then you guys said if you do something for 18 minutes a day, you become an expert at it. And I thought, wow, all I need to do is spend 18 minutes a day reading.
Just 18 minutes.
Pages. That can work, Jonathan.
Yeah.
That can work. That's a manageable bite-sized goal.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also have some students online with us right now. Greetings, students.
Hi,
How are you? How are you guys doing?
I am doing great. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. We are fine, right, Honesta?
Right, right. So we have, is it Janelle and Rondale?
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So guys, welcome to the show. We are just
Thank you
about
for
to go
having me.
for a break, but I want you guys to be thinking about how or what are some of the things on your vision board that you would like to share with our young people when we return from this break.
No problem.
Hi, Jamaica. My name is Fredrine Simpson, Public Relations Officer. And I am Monique Bowen, Media Student. On behalf of our Distinction College family, we would like to thank the entire Jamaica for making us the #1 City and Guilds ABE and CSET private training provider in Jamaica. We offer over 70 vocational, professional, and academic programs. Start online and face-to-face classes in geriatric, pediatric, psychiatric, and practical nursing, early childhood, childcare, phlebotomy, pharmacy, and medical lab technician, housekeeping, food preparation, waitering, bartending, travel tourism, plumbing, motor vehicle electrical installation, AC, cosmetology, security, customer service receptionist, supervisory, project, HR, and business management, CSEC, CAPE, and many more. Registered for any program and get City and Girls Math and English classes for free. Visit us in Kingston, Spanish Town, St. Elizabeth, Ocherias. Call us 356-4167. Happy holiday and a prosperous new year.
Grace Foods got the taste that moves you. Yard and a rabbit moves you. Grace Foods, the taste that moves you. Fuel the vibes and the time of the day. Grace Foods from the end. Yeah, the taste that moves you. From the spices move you. Everybody shout out Grace.
Grace Foods sweet because we're the bad guys we love. The taste that moves you. Grace bringing the food you love.
Cause when we move with grace. Okay, where are the campus lights?
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. It is Campus Connection. We are inside of our very final segment. We're kind of winding down. I'm Anesta, and with me, my co host is Jonathan. So before the break, we were talking with Angel, who shared some awesome tips with us on vision boarding, but from a slightly different perspective, making sure that you are committing your ways to the Lord for Him to lead and direct you into what you should accomplish. And now we have two students with us. We have Rondale and Janelle. And we just want to find out from you guys, what are some of the things you are looking forward to achieving this year? And I'm going to start with Rondale. Just tell us one thing, and then we'll go to Janelle. So Rondale, go ahead.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. So, on this year, I have many things planned, but my main plan this year is CXC. It is my short-term memory, short-term goal at the moment, actually, and very important to me, as you know, it will lead me into my future, which is my long-term goal. So my short-term goal right now is CXC.
Awesome. What about you, Janelle?
Okay, so like now, I have a lot of things that I would like to achieve, but I'll stick to more the spiritual area. So in terms of the spiritual aspect, one of my goals are actually to read the word more often and just being able to quote the word, just so I have to study at school and I have to regurgitate the information. So my aim is to read the word and know the word in such a way that I can recite it from memory.
That's a good goal. That's a good goal, both of you. So how important is it to have something on our vision board that involves serving others? Do any of you have any goals that point to serving others, serving your community, anything like that that you'd like to share?
So I like to go ahead first, if that's okay. So
Sure.
at the high school, we have a club called Key Club. I'm a part of that club, and that club is about volunteering, helping the community, helping others, and benefiting the community as well. And also, it helps yourself, to be a better person in life and in the future.
Okay,
Janelle,
so
what about you?
Okay, so for me, actually, it's in the plan, it's in the making. I actually going to launch this youth ministry. It is especially geared towards females. It is called Anointed Esters, and I have my Instagram page up and running, but I need to launch. Now, this youth ministry is geared towards female empowerment and with the aim in helping females find their godly purpose through upliftment and having different sessions and so forth. So this would benefit the community, of course, and then again will overlap with benefiting the kingdom of God.
Awesome. Angel, based on what you are hearing as the expert among us, right? What are some of the things that you think both Randale and Janelle can employ, some strategies they can employ to ensure that they see to the end of the goals that they have in place?
Okay, great question. So I want to say this: consistency is more powerful than motivation.
Somebody write that down.
And
I wasn't ready.
No, say that again. Say it again.
so consistency is more powerful than motivation, and discipline is more powerful than hard work. Because to get to our goals, especially as it relates to that ministry, Anointed Esther, and preparing for CXC, it will be so much harder for you to accomplish it waiting on motivation. Because one day you're going to be so motivated and you're going to do everything, and then that vibe won't come back for another month. And you would have missed a whole month of being able to prepare or to execute on that goal. And so for me, timetabling is important. So when it comes down to CXC, if you know that you need to put in an hour a day, regardless of how you feel or how the series on Netflix night, or because you went out with your friends the night before, it doesn't matter. Consistency is what will get you there. So you do that hour. And it's not like, oh, I deserve a break. Well, you deserve a one in CXC, straight A profile. And the way to get there is going to be hinged on how committed you are leading up to that goal, as well as making time for Anointed Esther. If it is, for me, I think what would work well is a to-do list. What do you need to get there to the goal? Do you need to speak to your spiritual leaders, your mentors, your pastors? Do you need to recruit some young ladies to be a part of it? Do you want to reach out to some speakers on Instagram, people you admire in the kingdom, who you want to speak to them? Give yourself some kind of structure, a to-do list. And the great thing with the to-do list is that when you tick it off, there's some endorphin. You just feel good. You're just like, yeah, I did something. But if you go out with a blank slate, just being like, I just feel a vibe for this ministry, without actually writing down, putting some thought to what you want to achieve, it could be difficult to get there. So the consistency of setting time to accomplish what you need to do, especially so for me, after today, I'm off Instagram for a little while. Why? Because it just takes up too much of my time. And if I'm going to start here pushing after these goals, it means that I need to spend a little bit more time focusing. And if so, why you look so? You look
Because
like
you can ask Jonathan. Like when we just started this show, I was off Instagram for like 4 months because of that, for that same reason. So
yes. So it's so important for us to really add focus to our lives. And I'm going to say this because there are so many reasons to be distracted. Like so many reasons. And if everybody else is distracted, who will be the people who are going ahead and changing the game? It has to be us.
Absolutely. I love that. based on what you've heard, Rondale and Janiel, I want to know one thing. Are you challenged? Do you feel challenged?
Mm.
Janiel, I'll start with you.
Uh, I see your challenge
Mm-hmm.
because I believe if you are passionate about something, then it wouldn't or it won't come across as a burden actually for you to
No, so
do.
when I said challenge, sorry, I was making reference to what Angel would have shared with us. The different
Oh,
things that
gotcha.
you need to do. Challenge in the sense that, oh yes, I feel charged and ready to do this.
Motivated.
Okay,
Motivated.
perfect. Motivated. Yes, I was actually making some notes on my phone as to
Yes.
some of the things that he said. Very
Mhm.
important points, and definitely these things will be taken into consideration and executed.
Awesome, awesome. Rondale, what about you?
I I am not exactly challenged. I would say, I have a Bible scripture that says that Jeremiah 29 verse 11 that says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." This Bible verse gives me comfort and it does not give me fear or any challenge and Bible verse.
So you're feeling motivated?
He's feeling
More
motivated.
motivated, yes.
Yes. Awesome, awesome. Boy, I myself am feeling motivated. I'm feeling charged. I feel like we spoke about a lot of things that you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That provides focus
Yeah.
and clarity.
Yeah.
I wish I could come off social media for a while, but
But you
given
can.
the given the
Some of
nature
us
of my
can.
job, I'm unable to do that. But
You can't come off social media, but I think it's the content that you consume and what you do with it. So are you just on for scrolling, or are you on for research, or are you looking at what your clients are doing and competitors are doing so you could build better campaigns? So for me, it's not. It's the motive behind it. So
Yeah.
for me, it's mostly just scrolling, right? And so that is distracting. But for what you use it, ensure that your focus is on that and not just everything else that happening on there.
totally.
Right.
So we have work to do, Anesta.
I see we do. I see we do. I see we do. But you know what? I'm encouraged. I'm
Mm-hmm.
encouraged. As I said before, I think the most important thing when you are looking at, okay, what am I going to do in the future, is just to remember that God already has this sorted out.
Yes.
My
Volume of the
me
book.
trying to plan, the only thing I'm trying to plan is, okay, God, how do I execute what you have already determined for me to do? So it's really not that confusing, it's not that hard. And so I want to encourage our young people, and something to leave with us as well is, don't just plan for what you will do, don't just plan for what you will do and what's going to go good for you, but how will you serve others this year? How will you make an impact on someone else's life, someone who is less fortunate, someone who does not have what you have? Don't let it just be self centered, but open yourself up to giving to someone else.
Absolutely. And we want to thank our guests for being a part of our vision board party. I am really grateful to you guys for taking the time out to be with us. I mean, Angel, it's your birthday and you are with us. So,
Almost but no.
yeah. Thank you
Happy
so much.
birthday.
Rondale, Janiel, thank you so much for
Thank
making
you
the
for
campus
having me. It was
connection
my
and all the
pleasure.
best.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a blessed day.
All right. Boy, the first show of the year just come out.
Interesting.
Swinging.
On the topic of birthdays, before we go, I just want everyone to know mine is coming up. It's on Thursday.
It's
Please
on
send me a
Thursday, guys.
Please send me a shout out, please.
Yes, definitely. And boy, guys, we have a lot in store for you for Campus Connection. Really want to be more consistent
Yes,
with
more
providing, you
structured.
know, we want to be consistent in our lives and motivated and disciplined and all of those things. And you may see us at your school one day. Who knows?
Right.
Right?
Right.
So stay tuned and look out for that. Thank you so much for making it Campus Connection. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Ernesto.
All right, take care.